Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Night Live Open Discussions. I want to first start off by wishing everyone a happy Memorial Day weekend. Hope you guys have a safe and wonderful weekend. Definitely want to give a shout out to all the military, fire department, and all those that that have protected our country, done things, and put their lives on the line each and every day for our freedoms and stuff. This is a day we set aside to remember all that have served, past, present, and future. But we also want to include the police departments, the EMTs, and the various other organizations that are out there that we count on for our protection and making sure, that they're remembered as well. They're just as much as important a part of Memorial Day as any others out there. Like I said, tonight's open discussions. It's your night. I got a few things I'm going to discuss. Don't know how long my connection will be. But you guys are more welcome to comment and chat. If you want to join me, leave me a message in chat. And I'll bring you. You want to join me on the Hangouts? I'll let you know. Let you in on the Hangouts as well. Like I said, tonight, just some fun, relaxation, and enjoying each other's company. And maybe we'll learn some things from each other. Give it a couple more minutes, see if people join in. For those that follow me on Facebook, it can't go to Facebook. It'll just kill the connection, so I can't send links to Facebook or Twitter. So I'm going to have to just send the links here through the YouTube chat. But on some of the things I would wish to discuss tonight, I guess we can. Oh. Well, it looks like that our Looks like Hangouts is still having issues. But I think for tonight, like I said, it's your guys' night. If you guys want to join in, hey, feel free to leave comments in the chat. I'll answer your questions. Like I said, I only have a few things I want to discuss. These nights, Saturday nights, are more meant for you guys. Like I said, if you want to join me on Hangouts, let me know in chat, and I'll send you the link. I plan on, oh yeah, I got a big announcement coming. Starting next week or the week after, we'll be bringing a new series to KOTR. A friend of mine has agreed to do some, these will be uploaded videos, but do some stuff for that's more kid and family related, dealing with the occult and stuff, dealing with the holidays and stuff. You know, fun things from a mother to teach their children, things that you guys might enjoy. Like I said, I'm actually happy to have her back. She was also the co-creator of the magazine, so I'm looking forward to sharing her stuff with you guys as well. Almost forgot. Look for that next week or the week after, and it'll be a weekly, one video a week, but something new, something that's more, like I said, more family-oriented, more kid-oriented. So for those that have children, looking forward to it. Be a little bit more interactive. See, let me try to get to Facebook, see if I can't get a couple people in here. Connection seems to be running pretty good today, so not looking too promising. Actually, there's a couple things I was listening about. I just remembered. But one of the things I'm going to be doing a upcoming video that'd be more in depth. But I want to talk about just a little bit about dream scrying. Again, I want to revisit that, but I want to revisit the processes and why that I feel that prophecy, the idea and processes in our religious beliefs and structures isn't scrying, it isn't defeat fortune telling. One thing you must understand when it comes to those things, dealing with predicting the futures of people through tarot cards, through scrying, that it's only a possible outcome. Because it just, like I said, you got to look at it this way. You got to look at for every possible future event, it is surrounded by 1,000 other. Picture the line of stones. For every stone, it opens up 1,000 different paths of probabilities. For us we got to be able to see each one, follow it, then come back and to make, to see what, by our choices and our actions. And you got to remember, that's the whole thing about this. This is just not our choices. Other people can affect these choices. People we may meet that we haven't met could alter that outcome. So when we're dealing with those things, they're not always set in stone, because in the end, it's a person's choice. Sometimes by making them aware, we've altered the possibilities. For every possible outcome, there's 1,000 different probabilities. that can be influenced, moved, and it's, it takes a lot of deep meditation, deep thought, being connected. I mean, you've got to be in a deep state to be able to view each of the possible outcomes, how things might cause things to alter, to be able to pick a path. This is where prophecy differs. Why I got something against all these so-called prophecies. Every culture, every belief system has them. One, I mean, we can look at Nostradamus. It's just, maybe I'm not saying he didn't, I think he did. But I think much of his stuff came to pass already. Or some of it, because it's the way you interpret them. Everybody's going to interpret the prophecy differently. And then there's some people out there who want to influence it, make it come about. That's why I think prophecies are dangerous. I can look at the book of, use the Christian version. I can look at the book of Revelation. I can go throughout its history and point out where, well, it's happened already. Every event, somebody's going to point out that, oh, it's the end of time. It's the end of days. I personally don't. Like I said, I don't hold faith and credibility in the prophecies, because now you're putting something there that could influence people that will influence it to make the events come about, or influence it, try to prevent the events from coming about. It causes a conflict, a division. And like I said, most prophecies are so vague that you could see throughout history and points in history where you could say that it happened. But was that actually what the prophecy was? I mean, for most of us, those of us have like futuristic dreams, or we call it prophetic dreams. And I've had a few where I knew for certain the events were going to fold out as I see them, and I've experienced it. I could have made a few choices and changed how the course of my path went. And I was told by somebody else that, that seen the same thing I seen and knew what was going to happen. And, that's why I said, I can't, it's hard to predict things, but sometimes without a reasonable shadow of doubt. And these things are more the things that affect us, not others. When we start, like I said, when we start dealing with others, we start dealing with other outside influences, other choices, people we may encounter who may influence our choice where we don't go down that path, or we take a different path. It's like I said, it's something I'm going to do a video on in depth, but it's something to think about, because I know a lot of people out there, especially in all the chaos around us. I keep hearing, oh, it's the end of days. It's like, it ain't no different than it was in previous centuries. It falls, every civilization, every empire has fallen. It lasts only so long and falls. That's been history. If we look at the world around us, I mean, especially for those of us who live in the U.S., our history's been all influenced by wars. Our Constitution came about through a Revolutionary War. Then we had the Civil War, which pitted North versus South. And most people don't even, nowadays, that history's not even being taught. It's being taught one-sided. It has a meaning to this, which has nothing to do. But it still doesn't matter. We still honor all these people that fought and gave their lives for an idea of freedoms. Their ideas and beliefs in the Constitution. Like I said, most people that don't know, because most of you don't know my real last name, and I'll give him hints. I'll give hints on this one. My real last name can be found on the Constitution as one of the signatures. And most of my family, all the males have served at one point, except for a few of us. That's why, days like today, the 4th of July, Armed Forces Day, which was last week, it's important to honor our soldiers, our police. Hey, we might not agree all the time with what the police do, but they have an important role to play, important job. Like I said, I keep repeating this. There's bad apples in every group. We just can't judge everybody by those bad apples. And, we shouldn't just be remembering our soldiers, our EMTs, our police on set days. Just like anybody that actually watched my Valentine's Day special that I did here. I covered a little bit of the pagan history, but I also covered other things on it. It shouldn't be just one day that we put importance. It should be every day. I've been keeping some things separate from this channel and my other channel, just because, I don't know, change of views, I guess, change of the way I feel, just the way everything's went this last couple of years. I get tired of going to our pagan groups and seeing people talk about politics. So I'm not there for the politics. Politics is important, yes, I understand. And I agree. I mean, I got pissed off a few months ago about a certain couple groups. I left the groups because of it. Because there was a topic, yes, it was a little political, but it wasn't, because it affected our community. And I will continue to bring those things that affect our communities. I will do on this channel. And it was a shame that it was viewed in such a light, because it wasn't really political. Nothing's ever come about it, but it opened up a good talking point. A point, maybe if our community wasn't so divided, we could really have benefited from it. But like I said, there was pros and cons. That's what we were discussing. The pros and cons to our community. But the other side, then keeping things off, certain subjects off this channel. I did a video that yesterday, and I'm not going to mention certain words because I'm not trying to get this channel censored or have this stream crash or have some weird things happen with Hangouts saying that my computer went to sleep and crashes me out, but yet everything's working in the background. My computer's not asleep. But I did something on a certain religion because nobody's talking about it. Everybody really thinks there's only one side of this religion, and that it's, we see it. You guys watch the news. And speaking of which, our hearts and prayers and thoughts go out to those that lost loved ones who were injured in a bombing earlier this week on Monday. But like I said, most people only understand that most people don't even know there's a mysticism, a mystic side. Every religion has a mystical side. Christianity has a mystical side to it that's more occult-based, what we consider a cult. Not what they consider, but even that said group has that But as I stated in the video, there's only maybe a few of that certain sect left because they've been genocidally removed and eradicated since the 80s and 90s. Just like I gave links and showed that there's more than one version of their holy scripture and text. There's many different interpretations of it. I also did a comparison of a couple of the other religions that are the same way. You see, we judge things pretty much more anymore. We're judging books by their cover. And we're judging everything by just the bad apples. Why am I talking about this? Well, a friend of mine, during May Day, for those who know, I wasn't here. I was in North Carolina for the last couple of our holidays. So, I celebrated May Day in Beltane with my teacher and family and friends, because my teacher is family to me. Anybody knows my interpretation of friends, those that I call friends, true friends, they are my family. And we'll be doing a video on this as well. I won't share nothing right now, picture-wise or video-wise, because I got to do some editing because just certain circumstances they asked to be anonymous. But it was during a May Day. It was the Pagan Festival in, let's say Minnesota. I'm not sure. I know what state it was, but I don't want to put it out there. But let's just say Minnesota. Shits and giggles, okay? In fact, it was Minnesota. I can give that much away. But they were there for the maypole dancing, the festival, the pagan festival that they were having for Beltane, and the parades and stuff. Then, out of nowhere, Black Lives Matter showed up and just ruined one of our holidays. And that kind of really burns me. Like I said, I got pictures and video that I will share and show you guys. This is what bothers me. And I find that you guys, many of you, have, for every waning moon, let's curse our president. But you're supporting these same groups that just came and disrespected our holiday, treated us like we were the problem, and yet you guys want to go do this each and every month on the waning moon. I think you guys need to wake up. Like I said, I don't mean to be political, but these are our freedoms. These are the people that keep telling us, oh, they're about this, they're supporting this, and you guys support them, and they come around to our communities and do this. That's not right. That just shows you how much you guys have been being misled and deceived. They want us pitted against each other. It's more worse now than it ever was. I mean, I don't need to tell you guys this. You guys know this. You see it. Most people are calling for crusades. I mean, wow. And most people have forgotten the history of all this stuff. Most people forget. Like I said, I've done a lot of videos here of late between this channel and my channel. And I'm just amazed. I'm even more amazed. And that's another thing I want to say here. And thank all of the followers on Twitter, on KOTR's WordPress site, Shadowheart and the Black Rose, Spiritual Forum, Mystic Center on Facebook, Keepers of the Realms on Facebook, AA Fulima on Facebook for your guys' following support, watching the videos and sharing them. For all you that followed us on Twitter, we're now up to 427, I believe. It was 421 just yesterday. I think it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before when I was talking to Sweet Dark Angel. You guys amaze me how much you guys have started to support KOTR, and we are thankful for it. Because, like I said, I've learned patience after doing, like I said, KOTR originally. It started out as a magazine, and I watched that grow slowly, and now I'm slowly watching this grow. I don't have the subscribers that I would like. I'd like to see you guys subscribe because, like I said, now that it's summer and it's warm out, after projects I'm working on, so I'm not getting into it. Like now I haven't even ate yet today, just because I've been doing things, working outside, getting stuff, so we can make a little extra income so I can do some things that I want to do for this channel. And like I said, I'm not working, so these projects are to help me set up my own businesses. That's gonna, this isn't a business. I'd love to, wish it could be, but it's not. It's because I don't charge for any of this. Yes, I have donation links. That's for those that wish. Just like, could use some equipment. So some of the money I need for some equipment so I can live stream some other events that I want to do. I want to be able to go to, some of the summer solstice events, some of our community events, live stream so you guys can share it with you guys. But like I said, that takes money, that takes equipment, to be able to live stream, because a lot of our events are held out where very few are really held inside the cities where you have access to kind of Wi-Fi to be able to live stream. Like I said, I've got some good plans for upcoming events and stuff that I want to do. Just like I want to see these open discussion nights start to grow. I want to see the interaction. That's why I'm doing these live videos and live video series, to be able to interact with you guys. And I know it's Memorial Day weekend, so I don't expect very many people to show up tonight, if any. I mean, right now it's just me watching. But I am paying attention on here so I can watch the live chat for those that do come in. But, like I said, if we don't get anybody in here, probably in like 15, 20 minutes, I'll probably end the stream. In the meantime, I'll discuss a few things. It's like I actually had a couple people ask me about learning to walk the tree series I've been doing every Monday. Because my perspective and the way to do it is different than the way most people are taught. It's more of an advanced form, but it's also the way I do it. And that's the key important thing. We'll all do things differently. That's what makes each of us unique. That's what makes our work that much more powerful. Because we create our own system. We take pieces from everywhere that fit, that build our structures. And we make it our own, just like we'll take alphabets, we'll learn the alphabet, many alphabets. Then eventually we'll create our own alphabet. And when we do that, it is more powerful than somebody else's. For us, that is the important part. Because we are giving that life. We're giving that the energy, the power. And so when we use it, that much more stronger and pure because it's our creation. You know, I covered a lot of things. I was hoping to get another video out before I did tonight's. This will be video number 49. And I've been doing these videos for KOTR, live streaming and uploading since January. So Wednesday when I do the meditation video, I might come out one before that, just for the 50th video. We celebrate our 50th video, which I've done way more than 50 videos. Like I said, I've got 3 channels that I run. But for KOTR, this will be we celebrate our 50th video. Most of them have been live videos. A couple uploads, because I started doing, which I will be restarting, the correspondence videos, monthly correspondence. I missed 2. We'll just recover them next year. And actually, I missed 3. And it was part of the correspondence videos. I was also doing the tarot with them. For many of those that may have missed it this week, like I said, I only got 10 subscribers here, so if you don't catch the links when I share them, or you don't catch them on my WordPress site or Facebook page, you may not have known I also introduced everyone to urban and folk legends. That will be a monthly series, plus it'll also be the title that you'll find upcoming paranormal investigations that I plan. I've got 2 that I plan on doing. You'll find that on that. Like I said, I know that some people, not every discussion is for everyone. And that's why, pay attention to my header titles. KOTR live open discussion night. It'll be next Saturday, will be number 7. Actually, number 8. This was number 7. Past and disciplines. That one covers our past, our disciplines. We have knowledge and principles. That can cover a variety of subjects. They all can. But you'll learn as you start watching some of the videos and the titles. The main title will always be KOTR, either Past and Disciplines, Wisdom on a Whim, Knowledge or Principles, Ramblings of a Chaotic Mind, for when I choose to ramble on something on occult topics. You'll occasionally see that pop up here. It's more on my other channel. Like I said, we got a new one. I don't know what it's going to be made yet. I'm leaving that to Sweet Dark Angel. I will leave the graphics to her as well. Or she'll send me the stuff and I'll create a graphics for it and a name for it. But like I said, got new stuff coming. We're going to always have these, what you've seen thus far, they're not going anywhere. And like I said, the more people I get involved, it'll be much like the way the magazine went. Just not the Kabbalistic aspects or the dreaded aspects. We'll have Wiccan. I'll try to cover most of all our paths. As I find people that want to share their path and their teaching. That way, we'll be able to learn from each other as we go, learning our different paths, our different structures, how things are done. And the nice thing is we'll be able to see some of the similarities of the stuff. How much we're really not that different, even though our communities community leaders say we are. Oh, they do it that way, it's wrong. No, that's what creates the division amongst our communities. Everybody does it different. That's the truth. Every person does it different as they grow and learn, just like most Kabbalists, occultists that study in the OTO and Golden Dawn. You'll see them leave those organizations and study an Eastern form, one of the Eastern forms of religion, for the meditation side. And it's important that we understand this and stop letting our communities become like the way society's become today, so divided, so arguing. Because in the end, guys, we can't expect the world to change. We have to change. We got to change ourselves. We got to stop believing in this falsehood that we've been told. Changing. Like anybody that's watched any of my videos, I've explained, bring it up almost every video. It's a ripple effect. When we make a change that we're supposed to make to better ourselves, it affects others. It goes back to what I was even discussing in prophecies, how others affect us. When we start allowing labels to rule us, right or wrong, we're truthfully, because we know better, we should know better, and the fact that we have a bigger impact on things because we harness the energies, we project them. I bring out, there were stories of why the Druids were so feared. The Druids walked in the middle of a battlefield and both sides would stop fighting. You must understand this, guys. When we're in conflict, we are, in a sense, we're causing more conflict in the world around us because it ripples from us and affects others. You guys know what I'm getting at. We all know. And that's the thing, I bring it up all the time with other people that are supposedly running with these orders and stuff. You create that you're not helping. You're making the problem worse. You're causing the chaos to build. Chris had posted something. I've never heard it. And wasn't part of the discussion he was having before in the past, but it's something old. He stated something, and his words are very true. We can't stop what's coming. The only thing we can do is change ourselves and choose how the outcome is. If we keep going the way we're going, well, we're not even going to be able to choose that outcome. We want to see the divisions, the hate and stuff stop. We need to start with ourselves. Because we have more influence than those that don't believe in our ideas and our paths. We understand how all the energies work, how that they're all a part of this. We understand how they affect each and every other person. We understand the fact that one uncontrolled thought can do more damage than a controlled one, especially when we're in states of meditation, states of trance, states of narcosis. And for those that have been watching my video series on meditation, you'll understand that almost anything and everything we do, because how we practice repetition, we can be working and we're in a state of meditation, focused on our work. Therefore, we've entered a state of meditation, a state of now. And therefore, if a stray thought comes about, that we allow it to be stray and put no focus or stop it, it ripples out and becomes manifested. That's why stray thoughts are so dangerous. Like I said, guys, I'm trying to teach you guys from my own experiences as well, from experiences of other people that I've learned from, watched, observed, and studied, and seen how their way works. We're supposed to be free thinkers, open-minded people, but yet sometimes I think we're more closed-minded than a lot of others. We're awake. We know better. But we're not completely free yet either. You know, life is interesting. We're constantly learning every day. We're constantly changing things about ourselves, not based on other people's, well, some people do. Most of us don't. We change based on what we feel, what we're led to feel. Yes, we take people's opinions and stuff, but we search ourselves. Okay, what is that? I don't see that. And we take a mental note and we watch out for it. And sometimes, like I said, we got to judge ourselves constantly. We got to be willing to make changes. We got to also realize that there's truth in everything. Once you strip away the dogma, the things that is meant to control you, not free you. Having an open mind, also an understanding that there's truths in other religions. It also means being able to sit there listening to other people talk, even when they talk on subjects that we know aren't right or don't agree with, because somewhere in there they might touch upon something that is true, that was actually meant for us. I don't believe in coincidence. We meet people for a reason. Whether there's a message. My grandfather used to tell me, and I believe this to this day and practice this to this day, everything has a message. And we, of all people, should know that. A person riding their bike might say something, might be just talking to themselves, but you hear it, and you just happen to hear it. And you know that message was meant for you. Animals, trees, once we start practicing that becoming open to all of our surroundings, we learn to hear things, allow things to be imprinted to show us things. Like I said, everything's giving us messages. It's whether we're willing to tune in and listen. And as you do, you'll begin to start seeing the patterns of things. You'll start seeing things that you had thought was truths to be half-truths, or just straight out lies. Or at the time it was something that you needed to learn, but it was a stepping stone to the next part. That once you learn this, you realize, oh, I wasn't doing it right. It wasn't just right. At the time, I wasn't ready to accept this part here, though. So I needed that stepping stone. And that can only be learned through being completely open to all your surroundings. Being aware that there's truths in everything around us. Just like, yes, I mentioned North, South, the Confederates as well. They fought for an idea and a belief that's been now so distorted it's not even funny. They're trying to rewrite the history. It never had anything to do with slavery. It had everything to do with a taxation, a tax. That's what started the Civil War. That's what pitted our states against each other, families against each other. History's repeating itself on that, guys. It's just not a tax. But we're not going to get into that on this channel. You know, being able to honor all people that fought for an idea, whether right or wrong, we, on this Memorial Day weekend and on Memorial Day, we still visit the graves and plant the flags, honoring them. In some senses, a few times where you'll see people that had fought each other come together in that respect of life lost for an idea, a belief. No matter who was right or wrong. And we need to remember these things, because these things is what, especially for us that live in the U.S., these are where ideal principles that are supposed to give us our freedom, make us free, free to practice and believe what we want when it comes to religion, be able to come on here and speak freely of things. And we're, you guys know how that works. You know my opinion on that. And it's sad to see how things have come about. But most of it, the truth is, the reason the world is the way it is today is because of one simple truth. And every military teaches it and practices it and implements it. Any rebellion group, any group that wants to conquer or create conflict, they do it through division. Divide and conquer. It is the most powerful tool that they use. And they do it using our tools. With psychological warfare, propaganda, memes, sigils, that we are bombarded constantly. Wi-Fi, guys. It affects us. It's an energy. It's a frequency. It's a vibration. And we all know when we intone things, we're using vibration and frequency. Numerology is based on many things, but one of its core principles is frequency and vibration. To find a frequency of a word, we break it down into numeric. But then we have people. 88 means white supremacy, Nazism, hate. No, it don't. 88 is nothing more than 16. 16 is 7. 88 is the vibration and frequency. You know, 32, it's a vibration and frequency. It's a formula. 3 and 2 is 5. So now within 5, what are we dealing with? We're dealing with there. It depends on what you're following, what you know. 5 is the 5th Sephirah. 5th house and the geomancy. What is it? There's many correspondence to numbers, and understanding them, and understanding what we're trying to reach and search. It's like your name is a numeric form. Hebrew is a numeric form. runes have numeric meanings, which is the frequency and vibration. Each of your names, when you choose a name and create a name, you first take your birth name, break it down into its numeric form. There's your pitch. That's your vibration that you is unique to you. Nobody has the same pitch and vibration. We all differ in ways. We might have to come up with the same number, but it's different. The more we learn, the more we take in, the more we change that. We alter it to where it becomes unique, a part of you, and only of you. But as we know, when we're dealing with energies, frequencies, vibrations, we can affect others, bring about change, bring about chaos, bring about peace, calm a person, incite a person. Exactly what Wi-Fi signals do. They can be used to affect you, much like EMP, or EMF, my bad, affects us, can drain you, can leave you tired, see things. That aren't actually there. These are just some of the tools that have been used against everyone in the world. And they have, truthfully, those are our tools. We've allowed others to manipulate and use. Not everybody uses them for that purpose. You know, people do forget one thing during World War II. There was a race, not for Germany, not for East and West. It was for the scientists. It was for those that were doing occult practices, studies into the occult, studies in the unknown. We were going after those scientists, those people. Every country was. It was a race to who could get them and extract them. Our CIA and FBI were built by many of these people. Instead of them being tried for war crimes or locked up or left to be, they were brought here and they helped create our FBI and CIA. History did. It's there for those that want to search it out and look. But, you know, we get caught up in everything else and we forget. And we let them, that's the other thing that's really been pissing me off. They're rewriting history. They're burning books. Destroying text. And I'm not just talking about what you think that a certain group of people are doing. Yes, they're doing it. But it's happening here in our own country. Our own government is doing it. Eradicating our history, changing it. Which is kind of what made me talk a little bit about prophecy tonight as well. People will use things like that to bring about what they believe. Then you'll have people that'll, it's not good. When you get these fantic, zealots, radical people, and they're in every group of belief systems. Every group has them. They try to bring about things that we know is not supposed to happen. We know better. And most people call, oh, it's just conspiracy theories. But yeah, a lot of those conspiracy theories are starting to be proved right. But then again, there's a danger to even that. because they'll use that and use them to manipulate them. Because curiosity, guys, everyone has it. You know what they say about curiosity? Kills the cat. We get curious. Most people are drawn into the paranormal and they call it because of curiosity. It's called the unknown for a reason. The paranormal is unknown. The curiosity drives people. Curiosity also is a good thing. New inventions come from it, new creations, new ideas and thoughts. So, yeah, it's an adventure. But also know it's a two-sided coin. People will use it against us. You know, I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's real. News, I don't watch it. They ain't telling us the truth. And if I do catch something, I research it. You got to. And it's getting harder to do that. You're actually getting a lot harder to do research now. But it's the information's there. You just got to be willing to take the time and look before you. I know I try to tell people on my other channel, don't go just because you see it trending. Don't go post it and sharing it. Do the research before you do it. Make sure it's true, factual. It's gotten to the point where it's hard to determine what's true and false, what's a half truth to a complete fabrication of lies. And they want it that way. Why? Because it keeps us divided. You know, up to a couple of years ago, I knew there was a division amongst our communities. I've been dealing with it for a long time, but I never thought it was as bad as it is, and it is bad. And it's like I said, we're the group that you guys don't want divided. We shouldn't be, because we have a greater impact on things. That is another, like I said, tools have been used against us. It's another way they cause all this around us. If they can get us divided, it's easier to divide everybody else. That's not a way. You know? In the ideal, perfect world, I would never have to have 3 channels. I'd be able to share everything on this channel like I did the magazine. This is a different platform, a larger audience that it gets to. They can't respect the fact that, you know, I mean, I had Christians writing in my magazine, and it was an occult magazine. I had preppers doing articles. I had conspiracy theorists doing articles. I had authors coming to me to do book reviews. And it wasn't on it was on every subject. I thought I could do that here. Like I said, in a perfect world, I would be able to. We don't live in a perfect world. As much as I want to be able to just have everything here, it seems like as soon as I put anything that would have put on my other channel over here, I start watching my followers drop. Everything's important. But in a sense, I do like having it this way now. Mainly because I can interact. And I take that, like I said, as we grow, as we learn, we do make changes. This was a change that needed to be made. Why? It took me being on the, basically being on the receiving end, seeing it play out, experiencing it to realize, man, I probably should have really went off the way I did about that, but like I said, the topic had to do with our community. That's what got me going on that one. And I'm not going to stop. If it affects this community, our community, I will bring it here and we'll discuss it. If you guys don't want to listen to it, because here's what I've been doing with it. You know, you guys claim to be open-minded. You create these groups. And when you do something like that, I'll just leave your group. Because you're just helping the division. You're promoting it. And I've been doing that of late. Any groups I've been into, any sites I've been on, if you're being part of the problem and not the solution, I want nothing to do with you. Which is more of my old ways of thinking. Because I only let people, and that's something else I want to cover. People we let in affect us. When we're dealing with spirits, entities, beings, they don't differentiate between friend, family, acquaintance, business partner. No. They only see you interact with them, therefore you let them in your circle, your bubble, whatever you want to call it. So therefore they influence and affect their actions, their energies have an effect on you. You know, I will still admit, sweet, you were right. You gotta learn how to put those barriers up where this person is an acquaintance, but no, he is not. You know, we may speak from time to time, but he has no influence. His energies have no purpose. And that's why when people do rituals and they come together, it's done, and I say they do it in secret because only them inside that circle need to know what that ritual is about. When they enter, they want minimal, the least amount of resistance. When it only takes one person that we know to be having a bad day, you know, it affects us whether we want to believe it, see it. I've seen it, witnessed it. You ask any empath, they'll tell you they affect us. Because why? They're a part of us. We let them in. So when we do things, all these energies, because we tap them when we're doing it as well, unconsciously, we allow them to have influence on the things we create, things we do, which therefore can make it harder or adding roadblocks, barriers. It is important to be careful and learn how to classify things and do it so that you're also showing these entities, beings, whatever you're dealing with, that this person is not. We also teach. I don't want a bunch of negative people in life. I have friends that are negative. We all do. I have friends that practice darker paths. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, as long as they're the same mindset, same ideas. You know, they're just a different way. I mean, in the end, what's their intent? It's their intent, not what energies they use to bring about an intent. You know, like I said, there's many things you guys out there that people have deceived us with, told us all. You know, like I said, lesson of the day: don't judge a book by its cover. Judge it by its intent. Not because what they practice, what they believe. Because there's many ways to bring about many different energies that can be used to bring about helping a friend. Because in the end, the biggest misconception is labels. Every energy, vibration, frequency in this universe, multiverse, whatever you want to call it, or just you want to pinpoint it to just this world, which most of you all know you can't. Every single energy is a part of us. There ain't no, and no one energy should be given more importance over the other, because if you do, you are causing a friction. Therefore, the energies are not flowing naturally, harmonized-wise, in balance. That's the only time balance has a meaning. Everything flowing naturally is a balance. Why? Because we are part of every form of energy, known and unknown. It flows through it as a part of us. So therefore, putting a label on it is a deception. You guys need to wake up to that simple fact. I mean, and I see a lot of people, they see it. But it's, until you do it and start doing it, like I said, so we start building the repetition on it. You gotta have patience with everything we do. Treat everything like you're doing a ritual. Like you're creating something, because you are. You're always creating. Even when you're sleeping, you're creating. Now you're setting stepping stones for the future. Because it's easier to do when you're in that deep state of slumber, because your subconscious and conscious are pretty much one during REM sleep. Like I said, guys, you didn't really think many people would join tonight. Maybe, like I said, and share a few things. I was hoping that we'd get a few people in to interact and join us tonight. But it's a holiday weekend. We should be all enjoying ourselves, being with friends and family, having fun, remembering those that served and fought for this country, that serve this country to this day, whether it be soldiers, EMT, police, and the various other ones. Too many to name. And even the regular day people that go out there, giving time to donate to charity, to homeless, or helping their neighbors who are just struggling. These are the things that can make change happen. Far less is being done. Like I said, you want change to happen, start changing yourself. You see somebody in need, stop, help them out. That's the other part. And that's why I tell you guys, don't be scared to step outside the box. Don't be scared to take a break, shut everything off, and just go somewhere. Try to plant goes. You haven't been south? Go to Tennessee, North Carolina, West Virginia. See that southern hospitality that you don't see in these northern states and out in west, certain parts out west. Because I'm sure there's like Texas stuff that's southern hospitality. These things, guys. I mean, here in Ohio, you break down, you better have a cell phone. Or prepared to walk, and don't expect anybody to really stop and pick you up. Down south, if you're broke down, you won't even have a chance to call somebody before you got somebody stopping, asking if you need help. I'm willing to get out of the vehicle and help you, give you a ride. Or you're just driving down, they constantly, no wave, drove, back in Ohio, drove by people here in Ohio, people that I know, they don't even wave. Down North Carolina, damn. And you knew as soon as you got out of the southern states. It just changed. You could feel the difference. So, Guys, like I said, you want change, start with yourself. Start with your environment. And start with stepping out, not being afraid to step outside that box. You'll see some beautiful change start coming about. You'll start seeing yourself become more open, more aware. Getting away from, like I said, all this Wi-Fi shit. Going out in the country, you can't get cell phone. Don't even take your cell phone. Taking a break from all this stuff is probably some of the best things any of us could do. And whether it's just for a few hours, or a day, or a couple days, you'll reap the benefits. You'll feel better. You'll feel energized. Then you'll understand some of the things I've been saying throughout all these videos. Like I said, I'm going to wrap this up tonight. Like I said, we've been on an hour. Nobody's commented. And so far it's only showing me watching. So I want to, once more, hearts, prayers, and thoughts go out to those in the UK, but to all those around the world. It's been that type of thing and oppression and the chaos is just everywhere. You know? And like I said, happy Memorial Day weekend. You guys be safe, have some fun, enjoy whatever you're going to do with friends and family, or if it's just by yourself. Just enjoy it. Like I said, change. You want change to come about? Start changing yourself. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. And I will see, like I said, Monday I will not be doing the Wheel of the Tree, since it is Memorial Day. So Wednesday we'll be meditation. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.